Coach Prime's press conference. He talked about roster evaluations, and he made some comments on Champ Bailey on the show a few weeks ago. And we actually discussed those comments, and he was asked about them, and here's what he had to say.
Down Mr. Champ Bailey, and I was watching that, and you told Champ that you missed at a few spots this year, which, look, nobody bats 1,000.
You know, right? The thing about I'm sorry for stopping you, but I got to interject right there. I'm brutally honest with y'all, man. I tell y'all the truth. You can't get upset or attacked when I tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. That's what happens. That's what happens with everybody. Like, think about all these other teams that were supposed to do this. When they don't do this, you can't just. God is giving me something. I'm just trying to compute it and give it to you. I hadn't forgotten how to coach in a year. Like I hadn't forgot how to coach in a year. A lot of these wonderful coaches out there that is not winning this season, they hadn't forgotten how to coach in a year. We did some things we should have done. That's on us.
Mac, that was an odd, long-winded answer there. Yeah, I mean, he's right, but Matt, go ahead.
I don't think I can answer this question. Like, I don't think I can react to this clip properly, Bailey, and you know why.
Mm-hmm.
And the business that I'm in, it takes all of us. It's not just about coaches or players. It's a combination of both. And to just sit there and say, like, well, we made mistakes in the transfer portal and that's why we're 3-7 is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous. It's a combination of talent, paying the wrong guys, talent acquisition, and development. And I think we can get talent. They recruit pretty well. I mean, in high school ranks, at least they do.
When they choose to, yeah.
When they choose to. They got pretty good talent in the transfer portal from other places before last year. I'm going to sit here and say that I don't know if the talent was really that good or bad. The defensive line transfer portal talent was pretty shitty, but other than that, I think the offensive line guys were pretty good. The receivers they brought in, Sincere's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like Atkins at tight end. I liked Salter for the backup role. I wanted Juju to start from day one, but I think if they would have acclimated the program around Salter a little bit more and built the offense around him instead of having him run whatever it is they're running. Because watching the All-22 is so much more revealing than the side view. Like this team offensively is the most undisciplined shit show I've ever seen. They don't know how to run zone. They can't run inside zone. They don't know their rules. They don't know how to double team. The pass protections are a disaster. I don't know what they're teaching the quarterbacks. Like I want Juju to be successful, but it requires the offensive line and the offensive line coaches to understand how to protect. And I don't understand their scheme. I don't understand how they're sorting, how they're sliding, how they're squeeze gapping. It's all backwards to what I've been taught my entire life. That's why it looked so bad. And I don't understand it when I'm watching it on the TV. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, that's why. I think blaming it all on the kids is a cop-out. And this is why I don't think they're really going to reshuffle the coaches that much. And they're going to find 2 or 3 scapegoats and pin it on them. But Warren and Marshall and all of his buddies will be fine. And they'll just keep the party going in the way that they're going. And that's that. And if you want to think I'm a hater, I don't really care anymore. I don't give a fuck. I am tired of this shit. And I think it's fixable. And I think it requires work to fix, and I don't think we want to work that hard to fix it. We don't want to leave the castle to recruit. We don't want to hit the road. I saw Kirby Smart at a fucking high school in LA a day after he beat Texas. A day. That means that he got home, took a shower, kissed the wife, slept for an hour, got up, took a shower, got on a fucking plane, and flew to LA to see a 5-star recruit. Kirby Smart can do it. And I understand Kirby Smart's not Deion Sanders, but let's be real, Deion Sanders ain't Kirby Smart either.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So it goes both ways. Kirby Smart's not the DB that Deion Sanders was, but Deion Sanders isn't the coach that Kirby Smart is. So that shit goes both ways, now don't it? So I understand this is going to enrage the prime sexuals. I don't really give a shit about you anymore. We're not on the same team. I don't recognize my college football team anymore. From a traditional standpoint, the fact that they have not even heard the fight song, this group hasn't heard the fight song one time, not even heard it. They haven't talked about it. They haven't heard it. So essentially, this is what I need everybody to understand this. That tradition that's been around for 20 years or some shit, that every CU Buff has sang since when we win, every coach. And you saw the emotion, even in Brian Cabral, who's still on the football staff and is an advisor. And his wife is in the hospital right now battling. I don't hear them saying anything to pray for Brian Cabral in the press conferences, and his wife, a guy who's been associated up there since 1985 or before, excuse me. He was an 85 Bear. You saw the emotion in his face. So essentially that tradition and others die with Coach Prime. So everybody that's there now doesn't get to experience it. And it's about the kids. Remember that. It's about the players, not the coaches. The coaches aren't involved in this. Coach Barnett went to Missouri. Coach Wilson went to Oklahoma, right? Like those are the guys I played for. They didn't go to CU. The players go to CU. That's what the fight song is about. So that tradition's dead now. You okay? Is everyone okay with that? All the ex-players, you okay with that? You're just going to sit back and let me do all the talking and all the bullshit and have everybody pile on me while I'm fighting for this, and everybody behind the fucking doors and everybody's texting me and telling me I'm right, but none of you say anything publicly and none of you come to my defense on Twitter and none of you come and talk to Coach Prime about it? Nobody. No one. So apparently it's not as important to all of you as it is to me, which is really, 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 it's unfortunate. To the fans, are you okay with it being dead? I know you get to sing the country club version in the motherfucking stands, but are you okay with us not singing it? Because the fact that players up there don't even know how to sing. Arden Walker, his dad sang that song after they won a national fucking title. He doesn't get to sing it. His last hurrah at CU on Saturday night against Arizona State. I hope they get a dub. Arden Walker doesn't get to sing that song one more time. I'm sorry, but this is bigger than you, Prime. And this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Yeah, did you make some misses in the transfer portal? Yes. I don't give a fuck. If Joel Klatt doesn't have a problem, it's Mark. Hi, Mark. Oh, never mind. Mark, I'm glad you're on again, Mark. Look, if they made personnel decisions that were wrong, yeah, sometimes you draft Marcus Russell. That's true. But if you don't develop the kids and you don't teach them shit, what do you expect to happen? Because you can't tell me this team looks like they're smart. And instead of talking about it openly, it's sensitivity hour in Colorado Buffalo land. The coaches get sensitive and clam up. The recruiting guys get sensitive and clam up. Everybody does like these ambiguous shots online rather than just going after the people they want. Not me. I'm Matt McChesney. I stand behind everything I fucking say every time I say it. You may not like me, but I don't know how many. I've gotten so much support online and just what people walking up to me, they'll be, oh, I didn't really like you, but you sure are correct. So maybe something's working. I'm not saying people don't care about the fight song and there's not support. I'm challenging the ex-players who say it's important to fucking say something and get on my side. This is important to me, and it was important to y'all, and it's important to the kids. And when I hear I've never even heard it before, other than when the band plays it, it makes me fucking sick. So if you're all okay with it dying, then I guess I'll shut the fuck up. And we won't have a fight song anymore because Coach Prime came to see you. But again, I will reiterate this. If Coach Prime and his minions up there decide ever to embrace the past at CU, which is not just from 2006 to 2021, that's a pretty short period in CU history, actually, and one we'd like to forget. The Pac-12 was a disaster. But before that, pretty good. He saw what it could be last year. If he would just embrace all of it and bring it all together, it would be what's missing from his football team. He talks about playing for each other and having pride in who they are, but all they care about is the name on the back of their jersey. They don't give a shit about the one on the front, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I don't care if you're a Hall of Famer. I don't care if you played at Florida State, Miami, played for the fucking Cowboys. You got rings. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not wrong about this, and I'm not doing this in a vindictive way coming at people. I'm not throwing people under the bus. I'm saying this is not acceptable, and this is the last time I'm talking about it. So apparently that tradition is dead. I hope everybody's okay with it because I ain't. And I'm starting to not recognize my university anymore, bro, and it's concerning. That's all. That's all. So full circle, acting like this is the player's fault is not entirely true. It's just not. To say we made mistakes in the portal and that's why we're 3-7, there's no way they actually believe that. And if they do, we have a much bigger problem.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
Bailey, let me ask you this and everyone in the chat. Do you think that is going to attract the elite players? Do you think 3-7 and then blaming it on the players publicly and acting like they're just you think all these players don't know each other and they all don't talk? You don't think they're talking? You don't think they're talking right now in their own locker room?
Bro, are you kidding me?
Exactly, dog. And the portals are in pockets. So it doesn't take long for all of this to hit the web and for everybody to see everything and talk. And the kids are going to tell each other their truth, maybe not the truth. And the coaches are going to say their truth, maybe not the truth. And this turns into a players against the coaches thing. And if that's the way look, that can be the way it is in the NFL. We can have player against coach in the NFL. I will put up a lot. I'll put up with a lot of bullshit from a coach, and I'll deal with a shitty coach. Fuck it. I don't care because I'm getting paid. And this is my fucking job, and I got a family at home and shit, like all these guys do. And I'm getting motherfucking paid. And I'm not getting small potato NIL money and fucking 200 grand like it's fucking big time. That shit ain't shit. That's fucking small potatoes in this game. So the NFL, I'll put up with a shitty coach and a guy who doesn't know anything. And in fact, I expect my coach not to know shit in the NFL. I had Rick Dennis as an offensive line coach with the Broncos. He played fucking linebacker. You know what he taught me about offensive line play? This is what he taught me about offensive line play. Fucking nothing. Nothing. He said he made sure I was lined up correctly. He used to try and correct me in meetings, and I'd be like, yeah, I got it, Rico. And he'd be like, cool. You don't need to fucking talk to me. I'll figure it out. I'll ask Chris Cooper or Clady or Ryan Harris. When I was with the Jets, I had Bill Callahan for a short time. That was incredible. But I also had Alan Faneca. I had Nick Mangold and Brick and Meat and just badass vets that helped. You know what I'm saying? When I went to Miami, not so much.
Yeah.
And that was just an interesting situation to say.
Right. I figured that was
I think that it's if you want to treat everybody like you're in the NFL, okay, that's fine. But college football is a like relationship game. It's not just show up because they can't cut you.
Yeah.
So if you make a bad decision as a coach or a player, you're stuck there all year, and they got to just keep looking at you, and you got to keep looking at them, and it's like you're stuck in a room with a person you hate. That sounds terrible. So I don't know how they're going to like change their evaluation process, because if I'm a kid in the transfer portal and I'm a good player, I don't want to go. I'm not trying to spend my graduate year rebuilding CU. I'm trying to go somewhere and play and go to the league. And I'm just going to say this, and I'll be the first one too. And people might call me crazy, and I hope he stays here. But if I'm Jordan Seaton, I'm trying to go first pick, first round, like play for a national title and be in the playoff and have that shine on my career, right? Right?
Yeah.
The coach and the talent representative, the talent, yeah, whatever.
Representer, yeah.
Representative, thanks, English. In me would tell Jordan Seaton that we need to explore opportunities. If anything, just to have leverage on Colorado to get, this is his last year. He's not playing college football after this year. He's going to the fucking league. So if I'm his talent representation, I'm saying, oh, you want him? So does everybody else. Pony up. There ain't no hometown discounts. We're in the NFL. Oh, timeout. There'd be a hometown discount, in my opinion, if we were actually playing college football. And if he was part of the Buffalo family. But he's not. This is the National Football League in Boulder. So you don't get a hometown discount. You pay premium. You would want Shador to get premium, right? Do you want Shador to take a hometown discount? How about Travis? Did he take a hometown discount? I don't think so. I think they were 1 and 2. So why is it wrong if Jordan Seaton demands $10 million? Why? Because he can. And if he doesn't, he's being told by his representation wrong, and they're kissing Deion's ass to keep him their sheep. Because that's the number that he would demand. Somewhere around there. And if you don't think that's real, you don't know shit. If Jordan Seaton went in the transfer portal, he would already know where he's going because tampering's legal. And if you don't think that kid's getting phone calls, you're high. So I think this is a real slippery slope, blaming it on the fucking players, especially knowing the shit I know. And I've gotten it from like 30 different sources. Parents calling me. You wouldn't believe. And I'm trying so hard not to just spew everything. But I think it's a mixture of both. So much of this is contingent on the goddamn coaches doing their jobs. And I am questioning how they do the job. That's all.
Damn. Truth bombs, Matt.
And I'm not happy about it, and I think it's dumb as fuck. And I wish we could all figure out a way to work together and like make this all work. And it is fixable. You got to shelf ego in order to fix it. And again, I'm going to reiterate: if everybody's just okay with traditions that have been around for 120 years, fucking dying, then it's dead. That's the last time I'm going to talk about it. I'll do with what all you guys want to do. Fuck the fight song. You happy? Play some Tupac. Fuck it.
Truth bombs, Matt. That's true. Tradition matters. That's what I'll leave it at.